So I've been playing around with Hexite because it's the beginning of the month and I can pick that up again. Made a few tweaks and changes just to how some of the measurements are done. So I've improved that, but also huge, big development I've almost got working. I'm almost happy with it. Managed to implement an image feature that will then apply an image to the canvas, and you can select up to 20 colours, and it will change depending on the hexagon size you choose. It should be just amazing. You know, I can imagine people wanting to redo faces or scenes, and I can do it like that. Woohoo! I'll get on board now because I might be tweaking the price now. This is just stepped up a bit, but yeah, exciting stuff. Fresh from another section being sewed around the head. I didn't bore you with that because it's a bit repetitive, but I now need to remove some more papers and prep another edge. Almost done the head now, so then it's going to be a nice trip around the back before we get to this more complicated section there. Making progress. So now I've gone over the really difficult section of the head and going down the back, which is a lot less twisty and turny. I'm not going to put quite so much glue on. I might not glue all the way along the edge, but instead just do the tips and the inny bits, technical term. Because although I like the glue, and it means it's much easier to handle without worrying about it misaligning, when there's like a little thread sticking out or little bits frayed, it's much harder to tuck back into position. So I think now I've got around the really complicated section, just for the moment, I'm going to just reduce the amount of glue I use. In a bid to try and get ahead of myself with this dragon applique whilst working, I'm doing some evening sewing on my machine, which never happens. So I've just got a little section glued and ready to go. So I'm going to try and get that out, and then if I do get any free time to glue another section, to jump on again, try and get this beast done. So on the places where, like on the corners further on down, I haven't glued the points because it made tucking in some of the frayed bits a bit tricky because it got a bit stiff because of the glue. But it does mean you have to really hold them in place because the corners can just slightly drift out of alignment, so that's worth keeping an eye on. When you're sewing these geometric ones, you have to try and be aware to make sure that you're lining these up parallel with each other. You know, so these edges here, that's the aim. So it looks neater and it's deliberate and it's not slightly skew-iff. I think it would be more obvious because they are so geometric.
Hello, operator. I got quite far with assembling my flower last night, but as you see I had to stop because this guy went walkabouts, hiding from me he was. So I built the whole rest of the flower and now I have to go back in and put this bit, which is a bit of a crazy way to approach it, but I thought I knew as soon as I was going to wrap this, cut it out again and wrap it, I would find it. Am I mad? Tell me I'm not the only one that loses the vital last piece. It's like losing the last piece of a jigsaw puzzle. Flowers are coming out at our local park and I'm recognising the ones that I've used in my flower designs. These ones are camellias. My last shape, and I've wrapped it the wrong way. Got to be so careful when they have to be wrapped in a certain direction. So I'm going to wrap it again. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Thanks for watching. See you next time.